Hi everyone, welcome to the channel Chronic Colouring Down Under. Thank you to those who have subscribed so far and welcome those who are watching for the first time. My name is Sarah, I am from Victoria, Australia. Today I'll be doing a video called, as the title says, Opposites Attract. If you think that this is something that you're interested in or curious, grab a drink, put your feet up and enjoy. Hi everyone, welcome back. I hope everyone's doing really well wherever they are in this wonderful world and keeping safe. And today I'm doing something a little bit different. I've had this idea in my planner for, it was before Christmas, could have even been earlier. And then when Lily did her colour generator tag, it sort of encouraged me to do this one. So basically all you will need is a colour by number book, or it doesn't even have to be colour by number. You can, I'm sure you'd be able to do this without one. A colour wheel. I have two different ones here. I have the Bazille Basic Papers one, and then I have this pocket colour wheel. This one normally lives in excuse me, my go-to bag, but I really like this one because it gives you, like if you're adding black, adding yellow, sort of to what colour it will come out. So say if I want to add black to yellow, I just turn it to there and that's the colour that I should get. Anyway, we're not doing colour theory today because colour theory is like way out of Sarah's depth. I've tried and tried, but I want to try and learn more from it. But I'm digressing, so back to it. So my idea was to get a colour by number book. I've picked out my page and I'm doing one of the little miceys from Cinderella. And every colour that we have down here, you get your colour wheel and you see what the opposite colour is and you colour that in here and we see what the picture turns out like. Now obviously it would be easier to do in a colour by number because you've got the colours there telling you what to do. But say for example, if you would normally colour a mouse with to have brown, which he is, or okay, we'll think of something else because I just looked at it and yep. Okay, you normally colour the sun yellow. Well, if you were doing this, you would turn your thing over to there and your sun would have to be violet. Let me just check I've got that right. See, blue, orange. No, that can't be right. No, that is right. That's an opposite. Maybe it's easier to do. Oh, yeah, here. Okay. Now I know. Complete opposite. So, we did the sun. The absolute opposite of it, which is its complementary colour, is violet, I think. Is that how I do it? Please tell me if I am wrong. I am wrong. Here we go. Yellow. Okay. No, I was right. I just don't know how to use a colour wheel. So, if I'd colour a sun normally yellow, in this challenge, I would colour it violet. Okay? So, we'll get started and hopefully I can work it out. If you don't have a colour wheel, that's fine. I'm pretty sure you would be able to get a colour wheel on the internet. There's not much that you can't find on the internet these days, is it? So don't go rushing out and buying a colouring wheel just to do this. because it's, unless you want a colour wheel, of course. And yeah, so today I'll be using my Ohuhu markers, and I just have to show you this. Beautiful. It's my new marker bag. Now, I saw this in Kmart and I was eyeing it off. It was only $10 and I thought, no, I don't need it. And I'm trying to rack my brains thinking of what I could put in it. And I just couldn't come up with an idea to justify getting it just because it had koalas on it. So I let it go. And I sort of dropped hints to Darren that I really liked it, and he went to Kmart a couple of times and never come home with it. So obviously he either didn't get the hint or just didn't think I needed it. And then I was watching, Sally from MiddleAgedGeekGrrrl messaged me saying that they were there, and I said, yes, I've seen them, but I'm behaving myself, I'm being good. And then she showed me what she had put in hers. And she also had done a video, her last haul video, she showed the case in there. And I thought, that is perfect. Because I have been looking for another pencil case, but the trouble I'm having finding one for my Ohuhus is having big enough loops. And I've been looking at lipstick cases and things like that. But one, they're either really expensive if they're on Amazon, or they're not that easy to find on AliExpress. So, voila. There is my Ohuhus. And they fit perfectly. I do have, still space for a few more. But this is my, and there's a stray Winsor & Newton. This is my 72 set and my 48 pastel set. So what's that? That's 120 markers in there. So, and they fit really nicely, and they're all together. Whenever I use my Ohuhus, I end up having one case on one armchair and the other on the other, and a big mess. So this is perfect. So thank you, Sally, for this awesome idea. I am just, see, that even fits in, absolutely in love with it. So any fellow Aussies looking for storage for markers, this is perfect. And if you love koalas, they've got the koala one, but they also have a really pretty navy blue one with Waratah flowers on it. Pop down to your local Kmart. Definitely worth it. I'm even tempted to go and get another one just to pop in my cupboard to have a spare storage for, yeah, because it's $10. Like, you can't really go wrong. And I'm just, yeah, happy as a pig in mud. You thought I was going to say something else, didn't you? So, we'll get you back down here. I've already wasted 8 minutes gabbering. Sorry. I'll try not to keep it too long. So, what I might do is I might pause and select the colours, but still show you the colours and the colour wheel. So I'll be back in 2 secs. Okay, I'm glad I did that off camera because it took a little bit longer than I expected. Again, I apologise about the lighting. Hopefully I'll have it this week and I'll look like a superstar. No, I think I need a bit more than lighting. Okay, so number 1 is brown, and the brown I came up with was on the orange there, and so it's complementary colour. So opposite colour. When I say complementary or opposite, it's just opposite on the colour wheel. That's all. That simple. So is blue. So I picked royal blue from Ohuhu. So let's go. So we're going to have a blue mouse. Oh, this will be fun. So I'm going to sort of make it a tag, and if it goes, it goes. If it doesn't, that's okay. But yeah, it's just a little bit of fun for everybody to do. Anybody at home can do. So if you ever see, if I end up enjoying this and you see a video come up with opposites in it, you know that I am playing this again. A blue mouse. Personally, I haven't seen one. Maybe he has been drinking blue curacao too much. I don't know. I wonder if mice do get... Yeah, mice would get drunk if they drank, wouldn't they? Because poor little mice... I hate mice. I really hate them, but I do feel sorry for them, being often used as lab testing. I'm not really cool with that, but I also know that, you know, especially in the medical field, sometimes it's necessary. But I really don't like mice. Sorry, Mr. Mice. Or any mices. I just, yeah. They make me squeal. I'd rather a snake slither into the house than mice crawling around. Where we live, they sold off, because we're in quite a new estate area, and they ended up, the farmer who had the property, we were one house away from the end, so it was great because our street was nice and quiet. You didn't have very many cars going past, and because there was only, you know, one more house past us, so it was basically just them going there, and that was it, or any delivery people. Now, you got trucks every day, tradesmen every day. It's just driving. I can't wait till it's finished, so we just get the people who live there and visitors. But when they first started doing it, it stirred all the field mice up, didn't it? And where did the field mice decide to go? Yeah, to our neighbours and our house. And it would be nothing for, you know, if I got up to have a drink of water in the middle of the night or something, normally I have a bottle with me, but I can remember one night I got up to have a drink of water, and then bloody, I think 2 mouse scuttled in, mouse, whatever, horrible, scuttled in front of me, and I screamed, and Darren thought, you know, I'd been bloody attacked or something because I screamed that. And yeah, it was just yucky mice. But I mean, they're cute in their character, like cartoons and that, but real life, them rats, can't do. No. Like I said, I would prefer a snake. And I mean, I don't like snakes, don't get me wrong, I'm not a snake person, but where I grew up and where we used to swim, we had to be very mindful of snakes all the time. And so it was sort of back when you were allowed to kill snakes in Australia. I'm talking 3,000 years ago, because that's how old I'm feeling today. Yeah, you're allowed to get the shovel to them. Now they're protected species. Don't know why. But yeah, so I sort of grew up with being used to them. And the other thing I can't stand, and you'll be able to tell me if you have them in other countries, water rats. Where we used to go swimming, we'd have water rats, and they still petrify me to this day. Yep, nah, They are just yeah, no. Don't like them whatsoever. You'll hear me from another country, I reckon, if I ever saw a water rat again. I'm a big scaredy cat with them. Darren thinks it's hilarious. You know, when mice come and whatnot. He doesn't think it's so hilarious when he's the one that's got to get the traps and that have been set, because I'm not touching them. Yuck. And we go through so many mouse traps because if he's working, I mean, he doesn't work very often, but every now and then he helps a mate out if he's busy, and because he's my main carer, so he can't be too far away. But if he's not home and a trap would go off, I'd just start trapping everything in the bin, and yep, wouldn't touch it. If I was really brave, I'd pick it up with a bag and like throw it all in a bag. If I was scaredy cat, I'd pick it up with a pair of tongs and throw all of it in the bag and the tongs. So there was a while there last year we were going through tongs, like probably 3 or 4 sets of tongs a week, because no way I was putting them back in the drawer. Even if I had washed them, they'd been near mice traps. Yuck. Blech. Yeah, I don't. You think, especially living in like regional Australia, semi-rural Australia, I'd be used to crawlies and that, but no. Hate bugs, hate moths, not even a fan of butterflies. So, yeah. When we lived in our absolute favourite dream house, I wish we never had to leave there, but because we were moving town we had to leave. We lived on 3 acres, and it was like, it wasn't anything flash, but it was, you know, perfect for our family and whatnot. And we would get a few snakes around there because the property had a dam, because our watering system for the garden and the toilet were all run on like filtered dam water sort of, and then the rest of the property was we just had rainwater, which often we'd have to buy in because you wouldn't. There was one stage like we'd had a flood, and then the next year it was just nothing, absolutely nothing. Excuse me. So we would get quite a few snakes around there, around the dam, and there was even a time we had a big mama brown snake in our water tank, the one that was in the ground, and it had heaps of babies in there. And luckily I didn't put my hand in there, but I'd open the latch to see, you know, what the level of our water is, and luckily she'd moved, and so it made me see her. So, Darren! And he come out, and ended up we had to get him out because they were going to contaminate the water otherwise. So yeah, that was not fun. And then one time we were he was going to do a service on the pump, the water pump up at the dam, and so off he's trotted in his long pants and all that sort of stuff, because there was long grass, so you always have to wear long pants up there. And I must have been in the kitchen or something, because I saw him and he was walking backwards. I'm thinking, what is he doing? He's looking like a bit of a silly Billy, you know. He's supposed to be going to the dam, not coming back. So I sort of walked. I mustn't have been inside because I can remember going up closer to him. And I said, what are you doing? And he said, just stay there. And I'm like, what? And he's going, look. And I'm like, you tell me to stay there and tell me, look, what am I looking at? And then I finally caught it, and there was this big brown snake standing up, and I don't know if it was a girl or a boy, but it would have been at least a 6 to 8 foot snake. The grass was probably 2 to 3 feet high, and it was well above that, and so you sort of tend to double it to get an idea of the length of them. And it was angry. It was an angry snake, and like Darren didn't get any closer than probably 5 meters to it. So we were happy it was an angry snake because it, you know, basically gave him a lot of warning instead of, you know, staying down calm and then jumping out at him or possibly biting him. So, yeah, I don't know why, but he didn't fix the pump that day. It got fixed, but yeah, not that day. But we had lots of critters at that house. And like if you went to the house, it was like it was only probably not even 10-year-old house. It was quite a modern new home. And one night I'd gone to the toilet and I've screamed out to Darren. There was a bloody bat in the toilet, little fruit bat. And so I raced back to bed, jumped into bed under the doona, and screaming, Darren, get it. I don't know if I woke the kids up or not. I wouldn't be surprised if I did, because I was carrying on like a pork chop. But yeah, I don't like bats either, apparently. And anyway, while he was in there with a towel trying to catch it, it's ended up, and because he hadn't shut our door, it ended up in our bedroom. And luckily he shut the kids' door, so it didn't end up in there. Otherwise I would have been really panicking. And so I'm lying under the bed screaming, and he's trying really hard not to laugh to get this stupid bat out of our room. And I was, yep, going psycho. You don't get that bat out of here. That's it. I'm divorcing you. Yeah, I don't do well with it. Is something I really don't like things that I've mentioned. I really don't cope well under pressure. I just, yeah, I have no brave fight skills at all. It's definitely flight for me. That's for sure. So yeah, I wish I could be a bit braver. I have gotten braver with thunder and lightning. I used to be like that with thunder and lightning. But when the kids were little, and, you know, if Darren wasn't home or something, you know, I sort of had to pretend to be okay because I didn't want them to be getting scared, or if they were scared, you know, I was trying to calm them down. So, yeah, and now that they're a little bit older, I still get a little bit scared of thunder and lightning, but now it's not the kids I'm calming down, it's Scarlett, our dog. She is petrified of lightning and thunder, and she'll only calm down if I'm cuddling her. So, years ago, we lived next to a sort of like a reserve. It was basically like local council land, and with a few trees in there, nothing else, no playground or anything. So some of the kids used to go there and like kick the footy and soccer and whatnot with each other. Like our boys were over there kicking the football all the time. And one night a couple of kids thought it was a great idea to, and because we were so close, to let off some fireworks. And ever since then, really loud noises, Scarlett just, yeah, she can't cope. She was fine with fireworks before. Like, she didn't like them, but she didn't get all upset or bark like crazy. But now she barks like crazy. So, yeah, and because fireworks are illegal in Australia. I think someone from Australia might be able to correct me if I'm wrong. In Northern Territory, they used to, I'm not sure if they still do, have like Guy Fawkes Day or something like that. And I know years and years ago, like I'm talking about 20 years ago, if any of our friends went up there, they would sometimes come home with fireworks, so you could still buy them up in the Northern Territory. Ooh, I'm just going to pause. I beat it today. Do you think I'll be able to do it again? Yeah, so a lot of people used to bring back fireworks if they went up there. So, yeah, I don't know if it's still allowed in Northern Territory or not. This is a really blue mouse. He looks like he's been in. Maybe I should have picked a lighter blue. But I sort of wanted to go according to the thing. And it's a really sort of royal blue. Yeah. I know with colour by numbers, and when you got your whole colour, sometimes I just want to colour that section. Does that make sense? I find it therapeutic. And then other times I'll just hack at it and do, like if I see that there's like 6 sections that are ones, I'll colour them all in at once. This is making me want to get my Disney Vitro book out. I haven't coloured in it yet. I've only coloured in the stained glass Disney one with a like the soft cover, smaller one. I've got 2. I've got one that's not legit and one legit Disney. All right, 1 is done. 2 is red. Okay, so red is green, is our opposite. So we are going to have a green note. And green shoes. I don't know if I'll be able to get all of this done on film because I don't like to, I'm trying really hard not to do really lengthy videos anymore. I know some people like them, but it just seems, according to my analytics, that I'm sort of learning a bit more about. I don't get a, well, it's showing that the longer videos don't get watched all the way through, if that makes sense. So yeah, so I thought I'll just try and start doing a little bit shorter. Try not to jabber on too much and see how we go with that. And I've got to start thinking of new ideas for Colourpoly to give the board a bit of a freshen up. And I thought I'll throw in a couple of Easter ones as well for this month. We generally go camping over Easter. It's the best time to go camping, especially in Victoria. Autumn weather's perfect. It's not too hot, but your nights are getting a bit cooler, and so you can have a fire safely, not, you know, worry about starting a bushfire. So we're not really sure what we're doing this Easter. Normally we're all set and planned, but the family that we used to go with, our kids have got a bit older and don't really want to go camping anymore, and so they sold their van, and yeah, so we're not sure what we'll do. Darren's parents have just bought this, it's 2 to 4, well, it's a 2 berth, but you can sleep 4 because it's got a sofa in it, a sofa bed, fold out bed in the living area. But they've just bought a small houseboat. We are so excited. So we sort of said to them, well, if you're doing nothing for Easter, why don't you go over, because where it's moored, we're allowed to camp at that area. Obviously we've got to pay a small fee, but yeah, family and friends are allowed to camp at this private mooring, and they have a few powered sites and unpowered sites. The only downfall is they only have 1 shower and 1 toilet, so that's going to be a little bit of a worry. So yeah, but it's on a really big part of the Murray River. So, and I grew up living on the Murray River, so I'm looking forward to going on it. And basically, you know, we would just camp at night times and do day trips with them on the boat. So yeah, I'm so happy for them. They really deserve to have it. They were looking at a boat that they could take out on the big lakes, but a houseboat came up and they didn't even think of it. Then next thing they know, they're buying a houseboat. So yeah, they deserve it. They've worked really hard all their life, so they deserve it. Now I'm going to make an executive decision here. 3 is white. I really don't want to colour his eyes black. So that is entirely up to you. If you choose to change eyes, you can. But I'll colour in his eyebrows to compromise, so I get the black in there. There. Now, so 4 is dark green. Dark green is that. So dark green, our opposite is like a dark red, a deep red. So I chose old red, 7. So what number is this? Number 4. So up here. So what I might do, I'll do 5 and 6, obviously finish 4. Do 5 and 6 and then do a few 7s and then finish the rest of the 7s off camera, and you guys will see the finished results in my completed pages video. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm certainly in a much better place with my mental health. I can't remember which video. I've done a few videos today, so I'm not sure if I mentioned it, but my favourite auntie, my beautiful Auntie Kay, was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer, and I'm looking forward to, we're going over to visit her. I think it's it'll be exactly 2 weeks yesterday, I think. Oh, I don't know. Because I don't work, it's really, sometimes I get really confused with my dates, and then the boys will be like, Mum, I need this for today, and I'm like, no, don't you need that Wednesday? And they're going, it is Wednesday, Mum. I'm like, oh, shit. Oh, there we go, I've only got 1/4. So I'm trying to use my planner because I've been so getting in the groove with my YouTube planner and colouring planner. I've decided just little things like that I'm going to pop in, because I do look at it every night of what I've got planned for tomorrow to do. And generally it's just recording stuff. Okay, 5 is yellow, so our opposite to yellow is violet. Now, I struggled with this one. I'm worried it's going to be a bit too dark. This is the lavender from the Ohuhu, but it was the closest I could get. So, 5. Yeah, so my beautiful, beautiful Auntie Kay, she went into palliative care the start of the week, I think. My dad, and it's my dad's sister, he spoke to her a couple of days ago and said she sounded really, really good, and that she was coming out of palliative care. She basically was just in there to give her carer some respite. So that's, yeah, really, they just adjusted her medication a little bit before she went home, just to make sure that she was still comfortable. She has made the decision that, you know, when it does get too hard, that she will go into palliative care, because she doesn't want to be, I don't know if burden's the right word, because if it was my dad or mum, I'd be, you know, fighting tooth and nail to try and keep him at home, but everybody's different. And I respect her decision. You know, it's her decision at the end of the day, and we'll still be able to visit her if she's in palliative care, if she's up for it. But as everybody knows, when it's getting to that stage, you know, it's days are worth weeks. So even though we're planning to go in 2 weeks, we're also sort of ready to pack our bags and do a flyover visit if we need to, because I do really want to see her before she lays to rest, and just have one more conversation with her. Everybody, when I was little, everyone used to tease me and say I was just like Auntie Kay because I'd talk a lot. I was a real chatterbox when I was a kid. And it's funny if Auntie Kay comes home, when I say home, like to my dad's place, because my grandparents have both passed. If she ever come to visit and she was there, nobody would get a word in between her and I if we were having a conversation, because we'd just talk about anything and everything. She was just I shouldn't say she is just a beautiful, beautiful woman. Talk to anybody, just no judgment, friendly, beautiful woman. And now she gets to be with Uncle Alan. But, yeah. I'm trying to be, like, I've had my cry, and I'll cry plenty more. But I'm trying really hard to just look at all the positives, because I know that's what Auntie Kay will say to me when I do get to see her, is don't you be sad. And so I'm just trying to, remember all the fun times and memories that I have been so lucky to have with her. Okay, the lighting is really bad for this mouse. Maybe I should have chosen it. I definitely should have chosen a lighter blue. I'm really sorry. Okay, our next colour is pink. So we've got pink there. So I went a light green, which is the opposite. So we're going to have light green is. So I am looking forward to seeing her. Yes, it is really sad, and I'm going to miss her, but she'll be with Uncle Alan and not hurting anymore. I don't like the thought of her being in pain the way she is, so yeah, I think sometimes, I don't know if anyone else who suffers chronic pain, whether you feel that you can be a bit like this, but if someone says they're in pain, you sort of, I feel I have more empathy for them, in the way that I think that their pain is like ours. I don't know if I'm making sense here, but like, I've been in this chair for about 4 hours today, and this is my last video for the day. I was going to try and squeeze one more in, but nah. My body is telling me you've had enough. And like, the pain I'm starting to feel now, like, it's getting up to a 7. I wouldn't want to wish that onto anybody. Anyone at all. And so when people are hurting, and when they don't normally hurt, I suppose, because I'm used to it. I'm not used to being pain-free. I don't know. I could be making no sense whatsoever. I think I'm getting a bit, yeah, see, I let that go too long. Ugh. So now I have to go back over it. Sorry, Mr. Mouse. I wonder if it's the fan doing it, or if it is just the temperature. Because it has cooled down a bit, but I've got my fan going still. Now I'm going to have to go over his other ear, or he's going to have 2 different coloured ears. Oh well. It's all for a bit of fun, isn't it? Now, as I said, it's sort of a tag. If it turns into a tag, that's great. If it doesn't, that's great. I just thought it was a bit of fun, something different. So I might just, yeah, go over this ear again. What's the time? Oh. Okay, my battery is flashing on me. So I just did those two off camera for you to see. So orange was, 7 was blue, so blue, orange. And I used just YR3 orange. Now see if you can see that a bit better. Okay, I'm going to leave it at there and try and finish it off for my finished pages. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. I will tag a few people in this. If you choose to do it, that's fine. If you don't, that's fine. But I will like to tag Jamie from Jamie's Colouring Love, Dani DaniButtons, my other Disney buddy, Michaela from Michaela's Colours and Creates, new channel, go check her out, Rach from Mini Rach, and I'll throw one more in. I'll put Te-Arnna in, my gorgeous little Brit mate, and oh, Lily. I'll throw Lily in too. Sorry, Lily from ArtJourneyUK. Ladies, again, no pressure to do. Just a little bit of fun. Something different. And, yeah. And if you guys... I might even put a hashtag with it. So, if any subs do this, use the hashtag OppositesAttract2022. Thanks for watching. Click the like button, and I'll leave it there because my battery is really getting angry now. So remember, guys, stay safe, and colouring is cool and kind. Bye.